The Americans with Disabilities Act is a law that makes sure all public buildings are equally accessible to all people. It was written into law in 1990. 67 years prior, Northtown was established, making the main building largely inaccessible to anyone with a mobility impairment. For example, this is Alan Vidal, who ended up in a wheelchair for weeks after a soccer accident.
It wasn't necessarily too hard to get around, but it was a lot time consuming. I had to have a friend push me around, and we had to use a lot of the ramps, so sometimes I had to go around the building. But so I had to leave 10 minutes early to get to where I needed to go.
But with the extensive renovation of Maine happening in the coming year, it's interesting to see how these concerns will be addressed. We spoke to Allison Perisic, a graduate architect familiar with the new construction. She's excited for the Maine renovations.
When we started working with the North Kansas City administrative team, one of the first things they told us was how inaccessible Old Main was. The current gymnasium and auditorium in Old Main are completely inaccessible. When you try and go down into the gymnasium in the basement, you have to go downstairs. And then when you try and enter the auditorium, there's those steep ramps that are quite difficult for an elderly person or even a young person who's sprained their ankle to navigate. So we are removing the entire core, demoing the entire thing, and coming back with new floors, new structure, new everything, which is going to be really exciting because you'll be able to, again, enter those spaces equitably and really use them for their purpose of education. Creating kind of a universal design and an equity of experience became one of our driving goals of the project. So we have these laws that, of course, mandate us to make our buildings accessible, but we also really firmly believe in an equity of experience that no matter who you are or what stage of life you're in or what's happened to you or how you were born, you should be able to experience space the same way. So this kind of guided a lot of our design and a lot of our conversations throughout the process.
With the redesigning of Maine, there's new hope for a new era of inclusivity at Northtown, no matter if you walk, run, or roll. This has been Bryce Johnsen with NTV News.